It's Monday, December 23rd, about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I just rolled out another roll of hay for the cows and the sheep. As you can see, some of the sheep decided to cross the wire, so even 3 wires aren't enough. I hope some of them got a good zap, but yeah, that's mildly concerning that they're not trained to the hot wire. Even 3 wires isn't enough to hold them, or rather they're trained to go through the hot wire. That's the scary part. Anyway, I noticed there's a ton of manure, and the manure is starting to pile up, but then I see patties like this over here, which suggests that it's only some of the cows that are having clumpy manure. Over here looks pretty good too. So the ducks want their meal. I forgot to bring duck feed. I'll bring it next time. I still see some forage, not very much. It doesn't look like it did on Sunday. So they pretty much cleaned it out Sunday, which is kind of what I was hoping they would do, is clean up all the forage they can get and then trample the rest, more or less. And then we're gonna rely on hay through the winter. I'm just gonna keep them moving slowly like this. If they want to grab some forage, that's fine with me. They just want to munch on hay, that's fine. But I need to make a decision about when to roll out the protein supplement, and maybe next week I'll do that. If the manure continues to stay the same, if it gets worse, I'll roll it out sooner. I'll go grab the feed troughs and put some protein supplement in there. No reason to starve them on protein, not right now. Let's go look at the sheep that stayed behind, which is quite a few of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So only 20 sheep broke out, 21. I'll go check on them. But the rest stayed behind, so I think the 3 wires were more effective. Maybe I'll try 4 wires next. I'll have to figure out the right way to do that. There's 2 more, so 22. So there should be about 60 sheep that didn't cross. About 75% that didn't cross. I think that's the way that works. Yeah, this paddy here too. It doesn't look too bad. It's not ideal, but then again, in springtime, the paddies aren't ideal too. They're more watery. Let's check on some lambs too while we're at it. So this mama has a sore back hoof. I was trying to figure out why, and I only have a couple thoughts. Maybe it's like some kind of hoof rot or hoof scald going on, or she broke a hoof. Sometimes the claws get long and they break and they get sore. This one's supposed to pop soon. She is huge. Look at her. I'm gonna make sure she can get up. Oh my, she might be giving birth right now. How are you doing? Yeah, okay, so she's still mobile. But her rear end is really swollen. I expect to see lambs tomorrow. Okay, oh, there's a new lamb. Hello there, little guy. A little girl, I don't know what you are. Judging by your condition, it looks like you were born a couple hours ago. So I'm not gonna bother you. I'll come back and I'll tag you while they can still catch you. There's the mama. I'll have to take a picture to get her number because they're skittish. I can't get close enough to see. Here's 2 other lambs that were recently born a couple days ago. Boy and a girl. Purple tag is boy, yellow is a girl. Let's see what else is out here. I fixed the water trough from last video, and I came back, it was overflowing because I had inadvertently twisted the valve, so I had to fix that, but it looks like it's back to normal. There's no leaks. So, and there's a little boy looking for the strong one, the one that was jumping. He's a big boy. don't see him here. He must be out there. Yeah, I think there's one with 2 lambs there. I think I already tagged those guys. I'll go check on them later. Yeah, you should be popping out any moment now. Let's see what her number is. She has a big yellow tag. I should be able to read it from a distance if I can get in front of her. What's your number? 20. Hold on. 142, or just 42. 42 should be giving birth here very soon. This is worked out almost according to plan. They came a lot later than I expected, but when I redid my math homework, it was about right. I think it was a couple days after my third prediction. You know, that's the way it is in physics. You sit down with all the theories in the world and you work on the math problems and you plug in the numbers and you get some kind of answer. And then when you go to do the experiment, you get something completely different. You're like, oh man, I must have made a mistake. And indeed, in poring over your notes, you see like, oh yeah, I did a mistake there and a mistake there. And then you run the new numbers and you still get a different answer. You're like, oh, there must be some more mistakes, right? So my instinct is whenever I solve a problem, I earned my degree in physics. Just so you guys know, I'm not talking about like, physics to get an engineering degree, but actual physics degree. So the instinct that I have is when I solve a math problem or a physics problem, or counting how many sheep I should get, I write it down. What is this stuff? It's like grapes or something. Oh, those are those. They look like tiny tomatillas. Anyway, so my instinct is when I solve a problem and I get the answer, is to say that answer is wrong, and then try to figure out how it's wrong. And then after I can't show how I'm wrong, then I'm like, well, maybe this is the right answer. Then I have to show it to somebody else, have them look at it. And unfortunately, I use my family for that sometimes, so I'll have to sit down and explain the problem to them, give them sufficient details that they can see the solution, and then have them ask me questions about things I've done wrong. And you can imagine a 10-year-old girl when I'm explaining like electromagnetism and calculus and stuff like that. She's kind of like, what are you doing? Right? But I'm like, no, I need you to look at this and think and see if I did anything wrong, because something doesn't sound right, And she'll ask me questions like, what's a derivative? So I have to answer. But that was kind of fun. And then my wife hated it when we were first married. I didn't have young kids to mess with. But I'd use her as a sounding board where I'd say, I'm going to explain this problem to you. You tell me if you have any questions. And she's like, what? And then I sat down and explained the problem to her. And I'm like, oh, I see where I'm wrong. Yes, point 2 and 3 was wrong. She's like, what are you even talking about? In the programming world, we call that rubber ducky. Rubber ducky. When you sit down and explain what you're doing or the solution or the problem or the system or whatever it is you need to understand, and you explain it to a rubber duck, and if you can't explain it to a rubber duck, then you don't understand what you're doing. And the parts that you can't explain, that's where you need to do some more studying and investigation. Anyway, I'm all set. I'm gonna tag that new lamb, make an independent video. I'm gonna go feed the dogs, they're down there, and then I'm gonna check on the sheep, see if there's new lambs down there as well. So guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.